All right, good. Hello, YouTube family. So this is gonna be my first ever episode, I guess you could call it, of my little album analysis series. And today I'm gonna talk about an album that I actually love a lot. It's very close to my heart. I am wearing a shirt, I promise. And we're just gonna kind of jump right into it. I will introduce you guys to the album and the band that we will be discussing. The album is an album called 18, and it is from a band called Dexcore, one of my absolute favorite bands, probably in my top 2 of all-time favorite bands, whether that's American bands or foreign bands. They're definitely in my top 2. And Dexcore is a metalcore, deathcore, Japanese rock band from Nagoya, Japan. They were formed in 2016. Since the beginning, they have changed almost their entire lineup. The only original member that they have currently is Kagami, their singer, but I absolutely am in love with all of the current members. I like the camaraderie between the current 4 members. We're not going to talk too much about the history or the past members, but I will leave names and photos of current members in case you were just curious of what they look like and who we are talking about today. Now, the 18 album was released on December 22nd last year through Jelly Records. It features 10 songs. Most of the songs are previous releases, singles. It also includes really good new songs. I mean, they're all good to me. I'm a bit biased, but I'm gonna take you guys through the album track by track so that you can listen along with me. Just little snippets of each song, and I will give you a little bit of background on the song if there is one to give. Like I said, there are a few new songs, but some of these songs already have created a little history of their own as singles, and it even includes an instrumental at the end of the album, but we will get there. So they opened the album with the song 18, which is a very hard-hitting start and introduction into the album. Very metalcore, but at the same time, nothing in comparison to some of the hard-hitting shit you are going to hear on this album. It is definitely just a tease, and it's only 42 seconds, but it gets me excited, and I'm excited for you guys as you listen along with me, because you have no idea. You have no idea what's about to happen to your ears. And for the next track, we have Red Eye 18 version, which is another version of a previously released song that had its own single that was just Red Eye. And it is a quispier version. I would say, like, in my opinion, that's the difference. As I said, Red Eye was a previously released single, came out in May of last year, so this is the 18 album's version of that. This song also has a music video, at least the original version has a music video. If I'm not mistaken, this music video is also the first time that we see their bassist Kai in a music video with everybody, so that's exciting. And this music video is pretty incredible. The little bit of kind of acting, like Kagami is tied up in a chair with a blindfold on. There's a little bit of gore in the music video, which is my jam. I love my gore. And the concept altogether and how it fits with the lyrics is just really incredible. I'll insert a tiny clip, but definitely go watch the music video on your own, which I will link in the description. I'll link everything that I talk about in the description for you guys to check out when you're done watching this, of course. Now, this song to me is just, it's like the pinnacle of versatility, not only with the song itself and the sounds in the song and the way that the band plays the instruments, but Kagami's voice as well. It's really cool to me how Kagami goes from sounding like an absolute beast to having this absolutely stunning singing voice, and it's very unexpected. I remember the first time I heard that transition of his voice from the screaming to the singing, I almost thought it wasn't him. I thought maybe it was like the guitarist was singing, or like another member was singing, but it was all him. And I would bet the soul of my pets, who I love very much, that the breakdowns in the song will give you goosebumps, especially if you are a metal fan. The riffs are amazing. You know, Reizi's drumming is incredible. I love the drums in this song. Kagami's voice is incredible. It's good soup. And the lyrics are fantastic as well. And the fact that the lyrics are in English, I always think is really cool. Dexcore is actually a band that uses English lyrics a lot, if not most of the time. If you come from like a Visual Kei background like me, I started listening to Visual Kei when I was like 10 years old, and I'm blank years old now. You get kind of used to not hearing English. Bands don't really use English a lot, if at all, let alone release songs that are completely in English. I think that's something that definitely appeals to Western fans a lot about Dexcore, and of course they're Japanese, and just like the Visual Kei bands are Japanese, you shouldn't expect them to have English songs just because that's the language you speak, but that is a whole nother rant for a whole nother time. But it definitely is cool, and it is definitely something that will attract a wide Western audience, which from what I see on social media, they do have a pretty big Western audience fan base on their side. Anyways, back to the song. This song shows, especially anybody who this is their first experience with Dexcore, is listening to this album. It shows you right off the bat just how creative and unrestricted the band is with their music. And despite the fact that technically you can define their sound by genre, like I know I introduced them as kind of like metalcore, deathcore, at the same time it's quite impossible to just put Dexcore into one box, to which you will see evidence of even more as we move our way through the rest of the album. Then track three is Earthworm, which is another previously released song. It had its own single that was released in October of last year. This song features Makito from the band Victim of Deception, who is another vocalist that I really love. And this is yet another song that just proves like how dynamic they are. The song is like watching a play, like watching like a 5-act play, and each act has its own tone, and the actors change and the scenery changes. If you listen to the song, you'll know exactly what I mean. But yeah, this song goes hard as fuck, so get ready for that. And there's the part of the song that features Makito. It's like this Makito versus Kagami back and forth moment, and it's really cool to see in the music video too. And it's just like Makito screaming and Kagami screaming. It's brutal. It's completely brutal, and I love it. But yeah, and your standard Dexcore masterpiece formula of like perfect vocals, perfect mixing, amazing guitar riffs, and just fantastic sounds all together. Perhaps this is a bit irrelevant, but I listen to this song when I run, and it'll definitely get you going. It's a good song for when you need to get up and get going, because it'll do that almost too well. along to the next track, which is Whose Fault. It is a brand new song. We also got a music video for this song, and this music video and song are very special. In the music video, you see like a very raw, stripped to the bolts Dexcore as just human beings. You watch them meet up for practice. You see their bare faces, and you see them just very organically, naturally interacting with each other and doing the things that they do all the time that we don't typically get to see, and just a side of them that we haven't seen before as fans. And then it moves along further to that. Why did I say further? It moves along further, showing them like pre-show preparation, getting ready, and then actually playing the show. And there's this drop right as they start playing the show. And especially if you're listening to the song for the first time while you're watching the music video, I highly recommend it. Like, listen to this song during the music video first if you can. That part of the music video, especially when you get the drop and then them performing on stage, it creates such an emotional response. And I don't know what it is, but it's an incredible feeling. And just the look on their faces while they're focusing and they're practicing and they're doing what they do best, and then the looks on their faces, like when they smile at each other, or when they're laughing together, when they're interacting with their fellow musician friends. And Deviloof are like a little Easter egg in that video, by the way. You see Kanta, you see Keisuke, you see Aisku a little bit, and you see Makito and like a couple other people that are working with them and stuff. And it's really cool to see that camaraderie. And you can definitely tell that they're a band that they just really love what they do. They love their music and they love playing and performing. It really sucks that COVID kind of restricts that. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother video. And again, beautiful song, beautiful lyrics, all good stuff. This song, and especially paired with the music video, it really leaves you like rooting for them. By the time the music video is done, you miss them. Is that weird? Does anybody understand what I say that? Like what I mean when I say that? Like when the music video is done and the screen goes black, like you miss them and you want to see them again, and it leaves you wanting more of them. Incredible idea and like concept, whoever came up with like that's what the music video was gonna be. It's fantastic. Which one is crazy? Now the next track is SE, Self-Hatred, and it's like an introductory track into the actual Self-Hatred song. It's like a short, like, what's the word? Orchestral? Is that a word? Orchestral little snippet of the song Self-Hatred itself. If you have ever seen, for fellow Dexcore fans, or for those of you, this is your first encounter with Dexcore, you will hear this song in their, I think it was called Dexcore One Man Live, or just something real easy and simple like that. You hear this orchestral version during that live before they do Self-Hatred, and it's really pretty, it's really cool, I like it. Myself in the bed. And then we go into self-hatred itself. As you could probably guess, like, the lyrics go hand in hand with the subject matter of the title. And a lot of their songs are about this kind of thing, about dealing with negative emotions about yourself and things like self-hatred, self-doubt, feeling stuck, trying to better yourself, but bettering yourself for you, not bettering yourself for other people, because fuck other people and their expectations of you and what they want you to be, but just nurturing yourself and being the best you can be and loving yourself. That's a big recurring subject matter with Dexcore songs, which I really like. But the layers of this song are just incredible. Like, if you can extend your focus and, like, behind the vocals, like, hyper focus on the things that are going on behind just Kagami's voice, you are going to hear some incredible things. Rises and drops and transitions and just complete changes of pace from like 1 millisecond to the other. And that's what I like. I like to be able to kind of extend my focus to where every time you hear the song, you're hearing something different. Almost like the theatrical production aspect that I spoke about with Earthworm. And oh my god, the This Is My Worth breakdown is like the big dick breakdown of all breakdowns. It's so good. And the music video is really good. Make sure you watch it. Which, I mean, not that this is ever the most important thing. It should never be the most important thing or the forefront focus of your love, devotion, or just general interest in a band, but these are some 4 very good looking men, and they look good in all of their music videos, but I think with this music video especially, something about it just presents a very attractive version of these 4 men. There's a portion where like Kagami doesn't seem like he's made up at all or very little, and it's a very like just raw Kagami moment, and it's nice. And then we have track 7, which is called One Day, which is one of the brand new tracks on the album. Just another, I know I've said this a million times, but just another example of how Dexcore songs like work in these layers. They actually start us off with vocals, like singing vocals right off the bat with this track, which is really cool and really different in contrast with how our other songs have started. And I must say, the vocals in this song especially are so haunting to me, especially when the song starts. One Day is arguably my favorite song on the album. As we get into the chorus, you see the pace kind of changing. Yumito is just, he's a guitar genius. And just when you think you've got everything figured out, you've got this song figured out, the screaming comes in. And you're like, oop, no, there's our edge. There we go. And it takes you way high up, and then it brings you back down with this really, really pretty sounding, like, orchestral, again, I hope that's a word, orchestral moment. And then it just mind fucks you. Once you listen to the song, you'll know exactly what I mean. And then the song kind of like takes us out at the end with more of those fantastically stunning, haunting vocals and all those pretty sounds that we started with. And that's the song. In their right, all the songs on this album are perfect. This one is especially perfect. Like I said, it's arguably my favorite song on the entire album. And next we have the song Living Hell. It's a brand new song. It starts us off with really cool synth sound and a beat and some vocals, and then it just drops as Dexcore love to do to us. This whole album is a roller coaster as a whole, but this song is a roller coaster on its own. And we ride this synth wave like through the song, having no idea what to expect. I know for me, writing the synth of the song created a lot of anticipation for me because I knew it was not going to be just that. It couldn't be. It would not be a Dexcore song if it was just that. There's going to be more to it. You just don't know what it is yet. And then sure enough, the song just punches you in the face. And then we get a sweet ass guitar solo and then more synth deliciousness. And then they take us out of the song on this like heavy ass drop at the end that just like almost leaves you breathless, and it's so good. A showcase of dynamicness, of experimentalness, of limitlessness. Very good. Hey guys, it's Editing Crystal here, unfortunately. I just wanted to explain, I go from like wearing a certain outfit and having certain makeup to having a completely different outfit and makeup out of nowhere. And I just feel like I should explain that I made the video over the course of 2 days because during the first part, it was like 78 degrees outside and it was hot. And I had to eventually just like stop filming where I was at because I was running late to go eat katsu with my friends, and it was so good. And then I picked back up filming the next day, and the next day it was like 30 degrees outside and freezing. I live on the East Coast of the USA, and the weather just kind of does whatever the hell it wants when it wants to. So I really wanted to explain that and explain myself so that you guys weren't like, it's a very drastic change. Were we not supposed to notice? So yeah, continue on with the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. And next we have the song 20, which is one of the brand new songs as well, and it has a music video. The very moment the song comes on, I get goosebumps every time. It just surrounds you and wraps you up. It's a very unique sound in comparison to the other songs on the album. I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's true. It's just so true. And with this song, I'm going to talk a bit less about the technicalities and a little bit more about the emotions of the song. Now, this song makes me feel very happy and comforted, but sad at the same time. There are, oh my gosh, the vocals are so pretty and clean. Kagami, fuck, that man can sing. Dexcore's lyrics to their song typically deal with things like internal conflict and self-doubt, feeling negatively inside, not only from yourself, but the things going on around you, and wishing you could change things and having a desire to be better, do better. So it's comforting to hear a song like this because then you know you're not alone. You're not alone in the universe and feeling those feelings. And there are other people out there in the world that feel the exact same way you do, and they have the magic and talent of taking what you're feeling and articulating it into words and sounds for you. So when that surrounds you, I suppose it can feel a little overwhelming and make you emotional. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in it too deep. Let me know. Anybody who is familiar with this song already, maybe you can tell me if I'm just crazy, or maybe you feel somewhat similar. But at the same time, it is sad because those are sad feelings. The song itself, it's really catchy. Honestly, if I had to show somebody a Dexcore song and they only had time for one song, it would probably be this song. And I actually have done that before. I was in the car with my friend. You know, we had lots of time, but I kind of wanted to show her a Dexcore song without like forcing it on her. So I played 20 and I was just like, oh, this is Dexcore, by the way. And she was like, oh, okay. And then by the end of the song, she just kind of quietly turns over to me and goes, I just went and followed Dexcore on everything. So I was like, yes, this song will get him. This song can appeal to literally anybody. Like I said, it's a very emotion-packed song. If Breath is I want to break down and cry, then 20 is I want to fucking stand on a rooftop and scream at the top of my lungs. And that's the difference of how Dexcore are so dynamic that they can make an emotional song and it still be completely different than other emotional songs they've done. But as far as the technicalities go, I'll just let the song speak for itself. By now, we all know these dudes can fucking play their instruments. Guitar solo, fantastic. Kai on bass, fantastic. Razy on drums, fantastic. And yeah, I've never heard a song like this before. You know, and when it comes to like death metal, heavy metal, new metal, all that stuff, you can usually listen to a song and say, oh, that's a lot like this song. Like this Brand of Sacrifice song sounds like this. This Of Mice and Men song kind of sounds like this. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, it's a genre for a reason. And if that's your preferred genre, then of course you're going to want to listen to songs that kind of sound similar to other songs that you like. But I really love that Dexcore can make songs like this, and I don't know any other songs like this. I definitely recommend you listen to the whole song and watch the music video. The music video is so pretty too. It is very aesthetically pleasing. They're playing their instruments on like a rooftop at night, and it's very pretty, and there's all these cool shots. Like there's this like red eye moment at the beginning of the music video, and Kagami like flashes some sleeve. And in case you can't tell by now, I freaking love tattoos, so I loved seeing like the little snippets of Kagami like showing his tattoos. But I'm sure he wasn't doing it on purpose, but I definitely enjoyed it. And then lastly, for the very final track, we have the Self-Hatred instrumental, which is literally just that. It's the instrumental of the song, maybe a little karaoke moment, though I personally will say right here and right now, I would never disrespect Dexcore or disrespect the song Self-Hatred enough to ever try to sing karaoke to it. Maybe if I was in my car alone, or maybe if I was home alone, like with my roommates gone, kind of like right now. But that's as far as I'll go with it. I'm not the karaokean type of hoe. And to wrap this up, I will give some of my just final thoughts. First of all, I really and truly do recommend that you guys go watch all the music videos I've mentioned throughout this. Their music videos are so good. They're all very different from each other, and some of them tell stories that are very direct and they go along with the lyrics, or they're pretty cut and dry based on the song title. Some of them are a little more subtle in the storytelling aspect, and you can kind of take it for whatever you personally think from what you're seeing. You know, some of them are very beautiful and aesthetic, and some of them are a little bit more hard-hitting and in your face and aggressive. And I like that. I like the aesthetic stuff too, but I also like the aggression. I like the gore in Red Eye, like the little blood spitting out of Kagami's mouth moment. Like that just, it does something for me. And I know I've touched on this a lot, but their songs are just so emotion filled. Like their lyrics are packed with just emotions and relatable feelings, whether it's a hard song or a softer song. It's all such relatable music, and whether you can understand any Japanese or not, I feel like you can take a message away from every single song, because there's either just enough English or you can kind of create your own conclusion from song titles and music videos. There's literally something that you can walk away with from every single freaking song on this album. Also, if you love a hard-ass breakdown, you will love this album. Even the songs that are a little more, what's the word? I guess you could say on the melodical side, you'll still get some kind of drop or some kind of breakdown. You will. It's the Dexcore signature. I like to think of listening to Dexcore, it's like walking through a haunted house. Like you're vibing, you think you got it, and then all of a sudden something pops up and surprises you. Like as soon as you get comfortable, like they throw something in there. And I love music like that. Like what's the point of safe music? I couldn't tell you, because I can't relate. I love this music, and I truly do enjoy this album, every single song. It's one of those no skip songs albums. Every single song is good, and cohesively as an album, there's no way you could listen to this album from beginning to end and skip a song. Like there's no way. It's like skipping a scene in a movie. None of it would make sense. The album is available on Spotify, YouTube Music, and Apple Music. So please make sure that you go buy it and or listen to it. I bought it. I bought it off of iTunes, because I want to be able to listen to these songs anytime, anywhere, any place, regardless of Wi-Fi and anything else. Yes, I did, and that's exactly what I do. I listen to this album absolutely anywhere, anytime. I really hope you guys will take a complete listen, and I hope that you guys enjoy it, and I hope that you guys will enjoy Dexcore and support them. I'll leave like their Twitter page and their website and stuff like that in the description, so make sure you go follow them. And I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing my little 2 cents on the album and my analysis of the songs and the album as a whole. I really enjoyed doing it. Dexcore and their music are something that I truly love and have a lot of passion for, so I could really sit here and talk about it forever, but I'll spare you for now. Thank you again for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.